There we go. Actually recording. All right, so this is the morning AM opening range that we saw, right? That happened in live this morning. I don't know if any of you saw this happen live. I mean, with the student in the academy, we've looked at this live, and that was pretty nice to see. We touched the previous opening range from yesterday in PM session. Like we took the high of this, right? Perfectly. Perfectly. And that was also matching a 0.5 standard deviation of the opening range. So that cannot be random, right? And it's to the tick. Like this is the low of the day right here, right? Pretty nice, isn't it? And then it go back, right? That's a pretty strong displacement right here that we have at the near equilibrium or midpoint of the opening range. We did trade above the first presentation fair value gap. We tap inside the first presented fair value gap, but also the 25% quarter of this high, right? And then it displays towards one standard deviation. So I know some people in Twitter that tagged me on that. They took 0.5 standard deviation, which is fine. Like, look, if you have these type of condition in the market or that type of day, like alpha deviation is more than enough. Let's be honest, right? So what do you try to do with that tool? Like you want to basically get some symmetrical swing, you know. So zero the high right here, right, is 1. So this is basically alpha deviation of that 1 right here. Maybe in the future I'd like to add the 0.25, 0.75, you know, specifically just for that quadrant right here until 1. And then after 1, like now you go back to regular deviation. But I think like having 75 and 25 can be really nice on upside and up and downside. So meaning below the opening range low and the opening range high. So like having smaller deviation can be great for basically, you know, low objective and getting fruit, if that makes sense to you. So what is going on right now, right? At this time, like of the day right here, we have this daily candle. This is the power of 3 of the daily candle. We says lunch macro doesn't work. So I left to run it hoping to got 1.5, but I just missed it. Okay, so let me look at your trade real quick. I'm gonna open the link real quick. I want to see that. Let me zoom that in a little bit. It's pretty small. Damn, are you trading on a very small monitor or whatever? It's maybe that 4K thing. I have like whatever. That's fine. Okay, so you take a buy right here. Very nice buy, man. Very nice buy. Mark is one of my students at the academy, basically. Really, really nice entry, man. Holy smoke. Pretty good. You retake that New York lunch macro high, which is pretty good. Okay, so you read the order flow inside of this macro specifically as a candle, if it was a candle, right? You see sell side distribution, right? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Change the state of delivery on that candle right here. You waited for the confirmation of the new high. You wait for the retracement. Go back for that fair value gap right here. And then expand return for that high. That's perfect, man. That is perfect. This is perfect. And then you took a short right here. Retarget the low of the lunch macro. 2 0.5 standard deviation. Or you get stopped out here. Is that what it is? Or you took a short? No. Wait. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 contract on this. Close 3, close 2. Okay, so you get stopped out right here at break even potentially, right? and then you take another short on an inversion fair value gap, the retarget the low right here, and you remake your your money basically loss on the top right here. Okay, so you see, that was not bad at all. But this can be your drawn liquidity right here, literally. If you trade the New York lunch macro, this literally, this high right here can be your draw basically, literally. You don't need to go crazy. And you clearly see the rejection of 50% right there. Right? You see that? High resistance CPT, 2 candles side by side with the condition right here. Yeah, that's clean, man. Good stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you're done for the day, right? You see what type of reading I just did on your chart? This is kind of like what you need to do when you're journaling, right? Like now I will basically, if you do it on paper, I will basically print that trade and basically annotate on that with a paper and pen. Or, you can do it on Paint too. You can do it on whatever platform, right? On TradingView, you can paste your chart. You can literally, use these little labels and stuff, like you can type right here, like I did that. Just to basically project all your thoughts process over the chart on top of your overlay over your entry. So in general term, like you're just understanding yourself better. So the next day when you're gonna be doing something, you're gonna refer to previous day work. But if you only trade for trading and you don't really journal that, I think it's kind of like a waste, of course you make money, but I don't think it's the play, man. All right, so that was close from 1.5, right? How many days does the indicator display? It's possible only to do 1 day look back. Yeah, it's only 1 day look back actually. Like this PM session that you see right here, that is your previous, that was this one right here in the PM session. That was this one. And look, that was basically the trade I was talking about, Mark. That was the trade I done yesterday. The high form, retrace, respect the low right here, and return as an expansion to retarget the high. That was the trade I done. And it's based only from the New York lunch macro and all the big stuff that I was showing here. But yeah, so basically it looked back for the previous day. It shows 2 days. No, it's still not. On my phone it's not doing that. So this is like the lunch macro from yesterday. Like from 1:30 to 2 p.m., right? That's the 30-minute opening range. And it basically extends towards these AM sessions. So when you have this opening range from today, right, it basically inverted the first presented fair value gap, which is an inversion fair value gap because this one purged the high. Price fell, it returned to this inversion right here. Returned lower, and then it basically distributed below that relative equal low that we have right here. And where it goes for, it goes 0.5 standard deviation outside the opening range, and it also goes for the PM opening range high from yesterday. And these two candles are also high resistance condition. So that changed the stated delivery. Now you can work up that order block right here. And that was your trade. Hey, what's up? Sign up time, man. What's up, man? We're kind of like waiting right here in a few minutes, like 6 minutes for the PM session opening range, like the one that we got yesterday, basically right here, right? That's the one that we got yesterday right here. And it extends towards this current daily range, which we work with this morning, right? We go for 0.5 standard deviation. Take that opening range high. Like perfect 50% in between, look, in between the high of the first presentation and the PM opening range high, look. Perfect to the 50% of that, bam. Change the set of delivery, work with that order block right here. Return for that right here. All of this was the liquidity, right? And it expand like to 0.5 standard deviation. On the opposite side, on positive side, +1, almost 1.5, right? Very, very close from it before massive distribution happened at 12:21. You don't have sound? It might be your Discord that is not set correctly, my man. I'm gonna type it because you cannot hear me. Might be your Discord. Otherwise, other can hear me. Unless you guys don't hear me. That would be very funny, actually. Alright, you can hear me? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, you know. Sometimes these April Fool like server, it can happen, you know. Discord, you know. Easter egg type stuff. Yeah, that is pretty sexy, man. So now we did take that New York lunch macro right here. Return for that sell side imbalance that we got right here standing at 1 standard deviation. Yeah, I'm talking to my monitor, man. He's happy, you know, I'm giving him attention. Now this buy side run right here is imbalance, right? You clearly see, look, a lot of it buy side imbalance inside of it. That's the reason of that retracement right here. Stabilizing price around 0.5. A little bit of imbalance right here. Let's see if we can go there. But so what I'm doing right now is I'm patiently waiting for the PM session opening range, which is this one that we got right here yesterday, right? And I want to observe if it works correctly, because yesterday was not correct. So instead of like doing it alone in my office, I want to do it live with you guys so you can be part of the development. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but yesterday I worked so hard on that tool, like so hard. You guys have no clue how much hard that was this thing. But I added the full logic behind volume imbalance. So now like the first presented fair value gap include also the volume imbalance like to the tick perfectly with 0.1% tolerance on one tick. Okay. 0.1%, okay, tolerance on one single tick. Okay, that's tight, right? It is. it's cannot, I mean, you know, extremely precise. And I was showing that I was talking with the engineer yesterday, and I was showing him the work. He was like, "Wow, man, this is nice." Yeah, and that's the right one. Like that's the algorithm. Like this indicator is an algorithm, right? It is like it is because it has a lot of if-then statement inside of it, and it's so simple. Like you cannot change anything unless you can add more level or change the size of the label. That's all you can do, if that makes sense. Like there's no tons of setting, and the reason behind that, right? I know a lot of people like the customization type of thing, but the reason why I'd like to do it like this is because I want you guys to be more consistent with it, right? So if we put it like very consistent on the projection and the visual of it, like you cannot change anything, I promise you, you're gonna be training your eyes so much, okay? That's what I mean by that. So you'll see by yourself, like over time, when you see these things flooding every single day forever, right? For a while, you'll start seeing things that it's repeating, and that's where it's getting fun. I promise you, it's really fun. But the reason why I don't have a lot of customization is really just because I want you guys to train your eyes with the same thing over and over consistently. So, you know, I could have put different colors and everything, but everybody's gonna like play with that and it's just become a big problem. But the cool thing about this tool is if you change the background color, like let's say you want to go dark, like look at how the line's gonna flip over, you see? Now they're white. And actually confusing for me a little bit because I'm not used to do that, but you see on how like this is extremely clean, you know what I mean? And even the background of these are universal. Night vision. Yeah, it is kind of like night vision, right? Well, now I kind of like fucked up my. I'll use this right here. There we go, but fine. All right. So opening range just open right here. Welcome aboard. We're gonna take a look at this. This is pretty small right now. It's the first minute of it all. Like it's first 12 seconds, right? But hey, bro, thank you for fixing the indicator. No, that all your effort and hard work is very much appreciated. Thank you much. Thank you. Like I could have keep that script for me, right? But I was like, man, it's time to share, you know. I want everybody to have access to this kind of resources. I think it's something that I'm kind of like missing right now. So, and it's not easy to basically plot, right? If you want to plot all these things correctly every single day, most of the time you're gonna be basically plotting the things and you kind of like miss to read the price and you basically miss the run. Now you have the full thing plotting automatically and you can focus on the right thing that matter. So in my opinion, that's a big that's a big thing, right? So lunch macro and PM session or so it's the last 30 minutes from 1:30 to 2 p.m. Just right before the new 4-hour candle and also silver bullet coming in. But yeah, all of this is like perfectly, man. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you basically, look, that's what it does right now, look. And that's pretty crazy because it's not easy, man. This is like a very specific logic. It has a very deep logic behind. Like it's like 300 line of code just for that special feature here. See on how these two candles are bullish, right? It has a volume imbalance. So what is the volume imbalance really? It's two consecutive candles that are the same type of candle, meaning they're two bullish candle that has a positive difference of price, okay? So a volume imbalance going to be considered if there is a difference positive in price, so meaning like, look, this closing price rate is 19,435.5. This opening price is 19,435.75. So there's a small difference in between the close and the open. So the body doesn't touch right here, right? They don't touch itself. And that's the volume imbalance. So like now what's the first percentage fair value gap doing is it also referred to the volume imbalance. And that itself is an algo. There's an algo behind this code that basically find this and basically fill them as long. And look, the funny thing or the craziest thing, like if you go over the line right here and you go like in time, right? Right here it says AM first presented fair value gap low, right? That's the low. But if you go right here, it says AM first presented fair value gap high with and volume imbalance, okay? This is specific, right? So it shows something specific. Like it's adjusted for that too, basically. That is pretty cool. When I was able to do that, I was pretty happy about it. All right, we got first presented fair value gap immediately right off the bat, right here, the NQ on PM session. Right here, that's the one. That's a classic one. Look, it utilized the because there's no volume imbalance right here. It sounds like it has, but it's not. There's none. And it utilized the classic fair value gap between the high and the low of that candle, basically. So, and now we're kind of like just observing where we heading next. But I'm gonna let it play for 30 minutes and we'll see how it happened. One hour BCs. Yeah, I can go look into a higher time frame. I have all my chart right here on the other screen, so I can see too. One thing sure is the 4 hour perspective relative to that previous weekly range is absolutely really good, really nice. Let me show you what it looks like. All right. So I'm gonna do a specific template on the 4 hour with the days and weeks separator. And I'll go daily right here. And I'd like to look at to the previous week. And also adding the quadrant of it. Okay, so let's go on the 4 hour time frame. That's where the magic's gonna happen. Okay, so ignore this trade. I'm gonna remove it actually because I don't want to distract yourself with it too much. It should be not there yet. All right, cool. This can be removed. All right, so look at this right here. This is your previous Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? What we got on Friday was a very, very distributed side, like bearish side, right? Bearish distribution. We got massive sell side imbalance right here that also matched 50%, 25% of that previous week, right? That's the quadrant right here. Quadrant of 25%. So if we look at the profile, that's what did we see right here. Then if we go with the Monday right here that we got, right? And actually I'm gonna change something real fast, like this week separator should be dotted, so it's gonna be easier for me to see the wicks on this first candle of 4 hour. This green box that you see right here, that's the current weekly body. So look, if I show you the weekly time frame power of 3 right here, you'll see immediately what I mean by that. It's gonna come, it's a little bit, okay, it's too large. I'll put it like 2, I think. One's gonna be like right here. All right, you see the body of this week right here? That's the body of this week right here. So what is currently happening on this week, right, is we took the sell side a quarter lower than this quarter right here. You see the 25%? We can project that too, right? So look, if I go right here, you see on how I'm projecting this? I'm utilizing the quarter level of that previous week, 25%. And I'm projecting the 50% right here on the low. It gives me same standard deviation as this 25, but on the downside, right? You clearly see that we reached for that, right? These two candles right here from 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Monday, which is yesterday, right? Was a buy side run, right? We took all the buy side right here. We didn't reach for that high right here at 2 p.m. on Friday, but reach for the open price, which is pretty good. Like open price right here, we did touch that. The next 4 hour that opened was basically Asia session, so it didn't really move a lot, right? Yesterday at the open. So it was a retracement off this bullish candle. So this bullish candle expand, reach for that. This one retrace inside, touch that previous high, closing any type of inefficiencies in between. Now you have a flat side right here that can be also conditioned, like understand that it's potential low resistance. Yeah, it's recorded right now. Yep. These two candles right here are CPT low resistance, right? Two candles side by side with a very low resistance. And that's the reason why this candle right here, go for it. And if you also include this low right here, we got a better low resistance. I'd use this candle right here as an order block. And this is 4-hour time frame, so you get a big perspective of everything, right? This candle basically pures that low resistance, go back for, is it like going back for that high? Because this is a previous swing high, right? You clearly see this candle high, this one and this one forming a swing high. You can basically invert this and you work off that order block and that previous swing high and also that low resistance that we purged, and it basically going back up, targeting this sell side inefficiencies or imbalance right here. See right here, that's a large fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. So that was basically the objective for that. Now, if we look at this weekly candle right here, and we do our evaluation on it, we see that it did retrace the 25%, which means in 25.50, that's your fair value, right? We reach for fair value. And then now we're potentially look for return for that high right here, which is this high right here, because we're bullish on that 4-hour. So the new 4-hour is going to be opening right here on the next bar, right? It's going to be in 20 minutes. Now we can work off this order block right here. Okay. So these things are going to be interesting to watch on the lower time frame. And now I want to see if that order block and all that good stuff that we've plotted on high time frame is going to be matching with our opening range indicator. That's going to see if there's a deviation, or we'll see if there's level that can match these type of level. If that can match these type of level on the new 4-hour open, if it goes lower than that, you might want to buy below the order block and basically retarget that high right here. That's continuing to fill this bearish sell side imbalance. So that is currently what is going on right now on the weekly time frame. You clearly see this candle has formed the high more recently than the low, right? So that's most recent price delivery. And now we're looking back for a potential retracement to 25% around the order block, which pretty much like very close from it, right? And that's going to give us a lot of ID actually. So that being said, now let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame potential swing high forming. If this 1-hour close inside like this, that'd be really good. Because if it closed like this is a swing high confirmed. The high of the week right now, 19,644. That's going to be the high of the week. So that might become a very cool draw liquidity. And I see right now, if I zoom in a little bit on that, I can see there's a buy side imbalance right here that match the order block perfectly. Okay, it matched it perfectly. Look, right here. So, not IFVGs, but bullish fair value gap, right? So we can use this too. These are confluences that stack, right? Okay, so just that, it's gonna be pretty good, right? For the new 4-hour open that is gonna happen in like 15 minutes or less, right? Okay, so let's go back on 15-minute time frame. Okay, we see that this right here, we break below this opening price right there, which is 1:30 p.m. 11:30, sorry, not 1:30, but 11:30. We break through this, lower than that. We reach for that buy side imbalance that also fractally visible on 15 minute. I can reduce the size a little bit of this. This is our 4-hour higher time frame order block, which also, funny enough, matched perfectly the opening price of the week, okay? At 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. Okay? It's the same order block. That's not a random one, right? What do we have right here? We got high resistance, right? That also matched that swing high that we've talked about on the 4-hour. So all of this pocket of price right here is very interesting. All right, so if this fair value gap fell, or if it go lower than that, I'll work with this one right here instead. And I also can use this order block right here. But right now, I'll keep it clean like this. I'm not gonna plot too many things, right? Let's keep it clean. But this is a retracement of the weekly time frame, so I'm keeping that in mind, basically. Now let's go to 1 minute, and I want to see if there's any levels of this that match our opening range, okay? It's actually off. All right. Okay, so opening range high is actually the low of this fair value gap, right? I'm gonna bring this like around 215. Because I know it can be a lot of things, right? I'll put this a big imbalance, like potentially, 15%. Otherwise, you'd burn my eyes a little bit. All right. 0.5 standard deviation, PM opening range low, AM opening range high, right? This area is very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. And it's 19,500 right here too. It's not, it's good stuff. So what we need to do right now is basically wait for this to close, and then we can rely on that data as a dealing range potentially. Should be fun. Yeah, there's a lot of ICT logo on this discussion, man. Not bad. Sell side imbalance right in 1 minute, but I will not keep that in mind right now, okay? So what is the objective right now? What's the goal of this? Is potentially to go back for this low right here, inside this bullish fair value gap, go for that order block right here, and then from there, waiting for some type of bullish price move that we can basically re-engage and target all of this at low resistance. Like I can see like so many liquidity right here. So many right here. Like a bunch of them. Hey, what's up, Rob? You see, like I clearly see like a lot of liquidity right here. A lot of them. And just literally above this 1 standard deviation. Alright, so we're gonna chill for a bit. The time that 2 p.m. coming, and then Silver Bullet PM session is coming in, so we can potentially look for something. And that makes sense because if they move lower first, right, everybody's gonna try to chase the move down, re-increasing the liquidity pool, and then it can start spooling as a buy program and just basically explode the buy side, retargeting that weekly high 19,644 and including that 1.5 standard deviation that we basically fell right here. But I'm just submitting to what I see, right? I don't want to predict anything. I don't want to, right, go nuts about it. Yeah, it's not respected, but you can use it as narrative. That's the goal, right? Oh. I was about to move the chart. I was like, what the fuck? So you kind of see the higher time frame breakdown I just did right here that help you tremendously understanding where we're situating on the lower time frame as well. I think that's pretty helpful, hopefully. But you see, like as long as we don't have any type of high resistance in this area, I'm not interested to go long because I want to see damage to be done. I want to see sellers engage, right, to re-increase that liquidity pool on the buy side. And that's gonna be my draw here. This There's so much liquidity right here, like insane. So if we can finish early buyers right here, like just below this, engage more seller, increasing liquidity pool, and basically starts pulling against it, that'd be really nice. Like following the order flow, the current weekly range. Yep. Yeah, that one right here. Because your lunchtime is like 12 o'clock, right? The 1:30. I could have add this thing on my indicator, but I want to keep it like simple as possible, all right? Like this could have been like another box right here, but if there's too many things, like it becomes just too much confusing. So I think having like a gap in between is fine. It's like I can see right now there's a lot of people trying to go along right here. Um, like right here, targeting this, right? But I'd like to go for these stuff first because, you know, for me it's mandatory. No, he did explain about that. I can show you right now. Let me try to find the exact response about it. Let me see. I remember I've basically one sec. I put it on my bookmark somewhere, so I need to try to find. No mistake, that high is the low of the measuring gap, which is a PD array, and how I traded it. You use the rule I taught in your chart, like I said to do, and you will find one minus 1.5 give you the same outcome with 958 1 minute high. Verify what it just said in your own chart, please. And look, that was my indicator right here. And it reached for 1.5, positive 1.5 perfectly to the tick. So that was the high from 958 right there. And that is the indicator plotting itself. I don't do anything, right? I mean, I coded the tool, but I didn't plot anything. Like it's plotting automatically based on the rules I've set. And this is not an easy challenge, I promise you. So, yeah, that was basically the answer if give right here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's another guy that basically add something on that. This right here. I think it's a little mistake in the video, but the high opening range just let you know it. And then it explained right here. So like that was the 958 high, and it reached for a little bit like further. It goes for 1.5 standard deviation, but that was the same thing. So I really hope that reply your question. But I remember I saw that, and I also was like confused for a second because I was coding that potentially like 5 hours after the video release. It's like, man, if you give me a logic, man, I'm already encoding, man. You know, like, what do you expect? You know, I just like these framework automated, man. I don't know if you guys already saw my FX4 model too, but this is absolutely nuts. If you go on 15-minute chart, like that give you so much truth. Look at this. Like this is ridiculous. Like this is the low of the 9-hour range right there. That formed that high resistance right here in this swing high, and that other block right here. Midnight open right here. That was our previous daily high. Actual daily high, which confirmed the order flow at some point. And we basically expand, you know, towards the 0.5. Is it like 0.5? 1.5 standard deviation right now of the current 9-hour range right here. So that is really good. It show you the previous daily high, previous day Q. So you got a premium and discount relative to that current daily range and also previous daily range. So even if you don't have this data, you can project where you are in relative to that previous daily range. That makes sense, right? And this should not be there. Actually, I can remove that. I was confused for a second, these lines. But yeah, this is the framework I'm using for, I don't know, 5 years maybe. And it works every day. It works every day. But, you know, if you don't have enough experience on it, you might be confusing. I understand that. Like I'll make sure that this doesn't move, so I'm gonna lock these element right here to make sure they're not moving because they're being plotted on 4 hours. I want to make sure they're staying there where they are. It's like it doesn't give you the entry specifically, right? But it gives you a very specific framework that is automatically plot and consistent. So that itself gives you so much more information than basically a naked chart that has absolutely no annotation on it or no framework. You know, it's like if you try to build a home without a plans, you know, it's like, what the fuck? What I'm doing here? Like, do I put a roof here or will I just put another floor, you know? Like, you don't know. So, no, you don't need to buy anything. It's free. I put it up for free for the community. So you basically access right here, opening range access. You click on this link. It's gonna basically pull you towards the right area and you can follow the step and claim the tool. It's free. You don't pay for that. Never pay for that. It's actually free. Yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. You'll see by yourself, you know? I mean, like, the most important factor, I believe, is to basically listen the lecture that ICT provide, you know? So automatically you're gonna be understanding better the tutorial video. There's like the 2024 mentorship, I would say, in general, but specifically the last video I've been posting about algorithmically timing, algorithmic timing or whatever. Let me send you the link. I'll find it. One sec. That's this one right here. That is this video right here. Yeah, they're good. They're really good. It's just like it's just tired because the guy give the truth, you know, but nobody really want to listen or nobody really want to study things. So like, and you see everybody like being broke and everything is like what you guys are doing, right? So like it's giving like some sort of truth at some point. He has to do it. He wants people to make money, man. It's time. Create their own opening range. Yeah, you'll see, but it's not the same for sure. It took me about a week to code actually, because this is very specific, right? Deep discount relative to what, right? That's the question. Because there's discount in 1 minute, there's a discount on 4 hour. But right now, if I look at my chart on the left side of my screen, like we're relatively in discount relative to the previous weekly range. And we're actually in a retracement program off that big SIBI that we have on the 4 hour time frame. And it's also visible on the 4 hour too. And also relative to that previous month, right? Relative to the previous month, we're in massive discount, let's say it like that. All right, so we're close to that order block bullish fair value gap right here. As expected a little bit earlier on, I said, you know, everybody that tried to go long right here is going to get flushed down, and that's pretty much what we see right now. We did dig a little bit below 500 level, which is an equilibrium in price, big figure. We touched that sell side right here. And then, yeah, we're just observing. Opening range just closed right here a few seconds ago. I mean, a minute ago. Can we buy now? No, we don't. We don't. We don't. So this is the AM opening range high, right? PM opening range low. We're in between both right now. Funny enough, right? How many points difference there are right here? 20 points perfectly. Interesting. Interesting. Lunch maker MPM session org. Now we're actually right here. Back to 4 o'clock opening price from yesterday at this point, right here. So the true reason is we not able or allowed to buy right here because these candles are bearish, right? But that's kind of like what I wanted to see. I want to see more sell side. Maybe we can go for that first presented fair value gap value right here, but also align with the quarter level, which is the upper quadrant level of the opening range of this morning. 19,431.43. This low and this low form into high resistance right here. It's getting interesting, guys. And overall, and the valuation of the current day, I want to see the day. If we look at the current valuation of this daily time frame candle from the low to the high, we're in discount OT right here in between 50 75. Like, that's really interesting. Clearly we don't give a shit about fair value, right? It sounds like they don't give a shit about that. They want the best price. Interesting. So what I'm doing right now is I'm observing the 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. And I want to see a potential bullish candle at some point. So now we did rebalance 50% of the current daily range, which pretty good. What price this is? 429, 434, and 425.25. Okay. Paper 73 points. You took a short. Not bad, man. Not bad, not bad. Like, this is this is juice, my friend, right here. A lot of juice right here. Hey, what's up, man? Oh yeah, I need to unlock this to basically extend it a little bit. Right, so this is our AM session, right? Opening range. So like I said, I'm observing the 5 minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame to see if there is any type of bullish candle that prints there. So I can basically build an output from a swing low that's gonna be potentially a very nice entry. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So this is right here, right? Money, right? Very interesting level right here. Like if it do respond from that quarter level right here, that is really good, really bullish, right? If it goes for 0% right there, that's like 50%, 50-50. I will not go nuts really about it. We still have this order block right here too from the week. We're observing the level, the reaction of the 1 minute on these level. No, I don't ignore anybody, man. I'm not predicting price, I'm just reading it, right? So what I said, if we listen to the recording, I said I wanted to see a lower move first, right? Engaging more seller, increasing liquidity pool on buy side, and then from here, I'm observing for any type of change in state of delivery that can realign the retarget these high right here. Now we're back to 3 a.m. in the morning opening price. And we're very close from the 6 p.m. opening price, as well as 10 a.m. this morning order block on the 15-minute. This is right here. But I'm observing this right here. Mm-mm-mm. So the open price of the day is 19,411. And 10 a.m. this morning was 19,409. I'm still observing 15-minute and 5-minute. Large sell side imbalance right here. Large sell side imbalance right here. $19,458. Very interesting, right? Sounds like there's somebody that is hedged right here, right? Interesting, right? Thousands of contract on that right here. If we look at the 5-minute power of three, right? Like with multiple candle, let's say 5. These are all bearish, right? I'm not buying this right now, waiting. But there's a nice sell side imbalance that match this buy side fair value gap right here. Mm-mm. 5 minutes currently delivering buy side. I like that. Opening range quarter price. That's the higher quadrant, right? 125, 25%, and it's also matching perfectly the first presented fair value gap, high and low, to the tick, and this one has volume imbalance. So if you look at 5-minute, it's actually delivering buy side. Two candles side by side with a very clean condition. For those that never study my CPT theory, like this is high resistance. Two candle printing side by side with high resistance. Fractally, right? And if you have SMT on top of that, you can play with a lot of things. I'll just use my tab right here. Yes, did go back for the Midpoint of the opening range of this morning. The body, yep. One sec, I'm gonna show you right here. I need to go way much more than that. If this new 5-minute respect this low, that might be really interesting. There's some work to do right here. I can include these as well. There's a small bullish fair value gap right here too. This is the low of the 5-minute. This one right here. Same condition right here. Let's see what this minute has to say right here. 19420.5. That's the current 5-minute low right here. Like ideally you want to see this low to be respect. If otherwise like it's still going down. We're not engaging as a long buyer on that. Like this order block, I'm now removing it until this 5-minute close because it can literally like go above it. But now we're very close on the low right here. It's 90% retracement of that 5-minute. Which is fine, you know, that's fine. That is my current sell side right here. Like ideally, I'd like to see this to be respect, basically. Well, it's like a very, a very close low right now. Like this is literally like few points or whatever. Like it's actually. I'm not even able to use my tool to measurement. Oh yeah, it was 1 point. Okay, so we took the low. That's fine, right? I'm removing this. I'll also remove that. Now we keep going, right? I see that as a stop, right? Stop hunt, like for sell side distribution. Like there's somebody that tried to go long and I got stopped out, and I include that in my narrative. There's also this 5-minute sell side imbalance right here. Overlapping perfectly. That's interesting, right? ES was on the actually ES was on the open price right here. Yeah. Now we're back on ES on first presented fair value gap. This one is a little bit late. Now we're back to 7 a.m. opening price of this morning. We did dig a little bit lower than the 10 a.m. opening price, 6 p.m. Opening price too from yesterday at the daily open, right? The daily candle remained bullish at this point too. We're back to 50% of it. If I take a look at it, yeah, we're 50%. Like, yeah, or cheap discount. I would consider. So what are we waiting now? It's just a buy program to start, like nothing else. There's a lot of sell side imbalance, a lot of liquidity on the buy side. I like that. But just gotta find the right entry. So that's what I'm kind of like scouting right now. 15-minute remain bearish. 5-minute distributed previous 5-minute. That was bullish. There's a new 5-minute here. Daily open. Yeah, I just said 6 p.m. opening price. So 7 a.m. as well. And 10 a.m. in the morning opening price too. We want big displacement up. Oh, you just have to say, man. I'm gonna call my friend actually. You want to see a buy side displacement? Yep. Yeah, you're right, Castellan. And also look at your weekly time frame. Right? The high of the day has been formed at 10 a.m. this morning. At exactly 19,643.75. Now we're back to 25% in between 25.50 on weekly candle, right? 19,403. That is fine. That's the formation of that 4-hour lower wicks we're doing right now. And I like it a lot. Back to the 50% midpoint of the opening range. Everything below considered discount for smart money. Quick check on yes. Holding price in first presented fair value gap this morning. Close from the lower quadrant, right? I haven't seen any headlines right now. Let me take a look at the news real quick. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Actually, the last news was like 4 hours ago. That was the PMI report. Let it dig. Let it dig. That's the fun stuff when you're not predicting anything, right? You can engage one at a time and that's it. You're taking a sip when you have the drink in your hands, otherwise you're not, right? I can see price deceleration right here on the 5-minute. But yeah, the current monthly candle is the same as the daily, right? It's the same thing. Look, I can show you right now. So this is your monthly candle and this is your daily candle. Since we're the first day of the month, it's the same exact candle, right? This is your current weekly candle. Look, we did all of this lower run, which also aligned with the 6-month low. And now we're in this quadrant right here. In terms of session, we took that previous 2-session low, right? We did a buy side expansion. We're still remain bullish at this point as long as this daily time frame doesn't touch one tick below this low right here. This is the current 4-hour time frame, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Everything is bearish so far. So, you know, I want to basically wait a little bit more. Like, I need to see at least a 15-minute bullish to basically realign myself. You know, I'll put like 315. I want to see 315. Patience. Otherwise, you can start selling right here if you want, right? You can start selling right now if you want, but I'm gonna look for your stuff right here in this area. I'm telling you right now. No, but people that try to chase this move down right now get finished in a few minutes. I promise you. It is what it is. Someone has to pay the bill, man. You know? It's a zero-sum game. What is going on? Is this upside move was on your bingo card or what? Let me see. Yes, real quick. Okay, we did reach the last quarter in the bottom. That's very nice. Well, let's see if this order block respond correctly. Otherwise, you know, it's all good. Back to 4 a.m. in the morning opening price, literally right now. We're super close on the 9 a.m. opening price too, like very, very, very close. Very, very close. It's like 19,382. 19,382. Very close from that. Very large distribution, right, isn't it? And if you look at the 150 macro, the 210, right, you'll see that it's not fake shit. This is not fake, man. It cannot be fake. I don't know. It cannot be fake at all. Like zero. Like these macro right here, some sort, man. This cannot be fake, man, right? This is our current 4-hour low right here. So I'm building with Lego blocks a trade around that. So I need like more components on it, right? This requires a little bit of time. Time and patience, right? Both works together. So is there anybody that take trade today or what? All right, new 15-minute right here. Open your eyes. All right, you can close your eyes. Okay, you can reopen it. Do 3 spin on the left side, 1 spin on the right side, jump twice, open your eyes, and you'll see it happen. Don't clap too hard, okay? You'll wake up the rabbit. Well, that zero. Oh, that midpoint is interesting, right? Hmm. Okay, so it's 3 spin on the left, 2 spin on the right, triangle, square. No, I'm just kidding. It's April 1st. You know, I can do crazy stuff I want. I'll give away a Lambo at 3 p.m. too. The color you want. I'll paint it. I'll paint it. Every time you come around. Wait, is there any people in here or what? What's going on? Is everybody on the short sell or what? What's going on? Okay, I can see people plugging their keyboard right now. I like that. Oh, oh, someone's typing. All right, you can open your eyes now. You still there? Maybe I can put some funny videos, man. That'd be fun. No? Well, a 5 minute 15 delivering buy side at the moment. 19,428.75 last price seen. Oh my! Oh, I see what's going on now. That's my fault actually, because my scroll in the chat was not on the bottom. I was like people typing, but they don't press enter after. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? That was funny actually. I was like, why everybody type in and nobody press enter after the message? But I realized that my chat was not at the bottom of the screen. I was like, what's going on, dude? Is everybody that shy? I know, like, most of people in trading, they're introverted. That's fine, right? But like, I didn't know at that point, you know? I was like, what the fuck? How is this possible? April Fool? Yeah, I guess, right? Has to be. All right, don't go too long at the same time, all right? We're gonna become liquidity otherwise. At 2 p.m. in the afternoon, man, if everybody go long at the same time, it's gonna be a problem, all right? I'm just kidding. No, but I don't understand nothing, and I don't speak English. Man, you gotta learn English first, then you can learn ICT after. That's what I did. I wasn't speaking English like 2 years ago. Nothing at all. Like 0%. Can you believe that? Literally 0%. So like you gotta learn the real language first, then you can learn the other language after. It's like both of them works together. Oh yeah, it is a pretty good return on investment, man. Potentially the best one, right? The first English word you learned was fair value gap. That was more random, I think. It's random? Yeah, French Canadian. I speak 26 language, but only on 1st April. 26 language, but only on April 1st, basically. All right. It's not the best foundation for the trade right now, but it's still very good. Actually, it's not bad. Now, I will wait for this 15 to close so I can get a little bit more data on that. And also confirm that swing low that I see right here. And I like to basically only close this fair value gap right here and be done for today. As long as we don't go lower than this price right here, 19,398.25. I don't want to go lower than that. That's it. Oh man, guys, you gotta keep the chat in English, man. Otherwise, I'll get like too crazy, man. Please, it's getting out of control. Please, it becomes so confusing, and it sounds like I'm sitting in a bus, with different people. I don't know. Oh my lord. I actually don't remember the last time I sat in a bus, actually, so. Oh my god. Well, now we're so fucked. Okay, so we did took the low right here. I don't really like that. There's a reason behind that. Let's stretch this order block to 250. Get the hammer out. I'll bring that big hammer, man. Clean the market on the opposite side. Bing! Nailed it. Right in the teeth. Who? Who? You already tried to play golf with a hammer? That's not fun, man. Specifically when your ends are a little bit wet, you know, it's not the best. With a hammer, yeah. On April 1st, you can do it. You can do a lot of things on April 1st, man. You know, these companies, they do whatever they want. I saw some chips the other day with toothpaste. You know, I was like, ugh, no good. The chips like with toothpaste, whatever. I was like, no, not for me actually. I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. You can go all in on April 1st and basically send a message to your prop firm and say that that was just an April 1st, you know, something like that. I don't know if it goes against the rule, but there's a BPR right there. A very cool BPR in a 1 minute time frame right here. Inversion fair value gap 2. Let's see if it respected. It's very low frequency right now. Holy smoke. Like this is like right here, low resistance, sell side imbalance, buy side deficiencies. We got all of this money standing right here above the PM opening range high. We did reject the opening range right here, but on ES, we did reject the quadrant, the low right here, as well as the same EPR with very clean confirmation on that. But I need more data, man. I need more data. I cannot take that as like my... All right. We've been patient on that, man. It's been an hour, 30 minutes. I think I can go for another 30 minutes and then we're going to close that. Yep. Otherwise, these recordings are way too long. You know, like people don't want to listen to these things. So like it's kind of like wasting your time too. But what I'm kind of like observing right now is I want to see this 15-minute close with an upside move, like just little tick above that, just to confirm the order flow. And then I'll work with the next 15 minutes to go for that sell side imbalance, basically. Oh, that's a beautiful flower. Sunflower. We love to listen. You like that? You learn a lot. That's nice, man. Appreciate that. I'm just sharing my experience. I got 9 years of experience. Like I've been showing up every day since then. Okay. Including most of the weekend, you know, like very hard study, like never stop. So, okay, so It's my buy side right here. That's gonna trigger the buy side activation for a potential buy side program and to the macro at 250. All right, this high right here. And there we go. That's our body right here, just showing up to the party. It's this small bullish fair value gap that is perfectly staying open. That order block that been respect, not bad at all. Now we're working off that new 15 minute that literally just showed up right here, okay? So I'm gonna evaluate price on that previous 15. We're back to 25%. You can do a low risk buy on that with very tight stop on paper trade. Like, I'm not risking thousands of dollars in 2 p.m. and afternoon on Tuesday, if that makes sense to you, right? Right, so I got this rejection block right here. One sec, brother. I'm looking for an entry right here. So I want to be concentrate a little bit. And my invalidation is going to be very small too, I promise you, all right? I like that a lot. This is pretty sexy. We're doing the same thing right here. The only difference within Q and ES is we didn't reach for that lower quadrant, which is like more strong for than Q right here actually. So I kind of like that. Okay, so let's engage like that. I'll buy right here, and I'll put my stop on the bottom right here. This is exactly where you want to get out, right? And I'm looking for the PM opening range low right here. Around the 50% of the C right here of this. I'll buy potentially more right here too. Adding more on that, like in between 50% of that. So look what I'm gonna do. Tap inside the small fair value gap right here. I can buy one more right there. So it reduced my cost a little bit, right? And that is paper too. I want you guys to understand I'm not risking any real money on that right now, okay? This is we've been tape reading this for a while now, and that's it. If it goes below this low, I'd maybe like to mitigate 50% of my position, which means one contract. Okay. A last kiss on the order block. And I'm looking at this 15 minute right here. The macro coming in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Damn, I'd like to buy one more, but yeah. That's fine, that's fine. Let's do it like this. And if this setup fell, that's a low risk entry, right? I want you guys to understand that if it fails, like you're basically giving away your loss, but still you reduce the loss a lot, right? I'm not forcing anybody to take any trade, by the way. This is simply just an experience, okay? Don't take anything. I don't want you guys to take anything. Don't take anything. That's fine. It's lower. Like, this is like the reason why I don't risk my real money on that is because it's 3 p.m. That's like the last hour. But I see this as a massive sell side imbalance. I want to go and rebalance this. And I can see price stabilizing. I kind of like want to see this respect right here, this low right here. Like I said, if this low get sell, like if it get activated, I'll reduce one or I'll remove one on the table. Does it take the low? It didn't take the low. It's so close then, but there we go. It's the last boss. It's the last boss of the dungeon, right? $15-minute, like we're equal, like same exact value as the previous 15-minute low. This is sound insanely interesting. It's the macro coming in like 250, right? We're inside this red box right here. So this macro, I like it to rebalance this. We'll see. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't do it, like that's why you want to get stopped, basically. That's the way it is. Guys, can you please talk English, man? It's confusing. I promise you, it sounds confusing for me. I like. It's like I don't understand anything. You feel me? It's part of the rule of the Discord too, so I just want to make sure we're respecting that. Please, please, please. That's the best. That's the best way you can learn English is by typing it, right? Best way, man. I promise you, that's the best way. You're typing it, eventually you're speaking it. I promise. It's happening like this. That's a 1 point stop. Come on, little buddy. I'm about to get April 1st, man. Yeah, they're getting me like the worst thing that can happen is getting trapped by a market maker on April 1st, if that makes sense. You know? Alright, one off right here. Appreciate the event, man. Appreciate your English now. I can understand what you're talking about, you know? It make more sense to me. Nothing against your language. Just I want to try to make it like more universal for everybody. Brother. Yeah, they use the fish algo today, right? The fish algo, man. It's a different type of algo, basically. Why do you have 3 contract right now? Uh-oh. What happened? What just happened? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. What just happened here? Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That was a better entry. You see that? You see that? You see that? Get better discount, man. On April 1st, you can do that. Not bad, right? Oh. Yeah, that's some funny stuff, isn't it? All right. All right, not bad. That is literally the low of the 4-hour low, right? to the tick. Ooh, 15-second looks amazing. I like it a lot. If we can pick the 15-minute high, that'd be really nice, because now it's gonna confirm a lot of things. And I'll be selling one on the relative equal high right here. Okay. To basically reduce my, like, I don't want to reduce my stops, I want to conserve the same stop. So taking one off right here is gonna basically pay a lot of drawdown right here. Macro spooling. Yeah, the macro don't exist, you know. That's the truth, right? We got someone that said that, so. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. Let it go. Buy and selling pressure, right? Right? Right. Yep. All right. This looks insanely good on 15-second chart. A massive, we're about to get 3 a.m. in the morning opening price. Supply and demand. It's an inversion. Yeah, that macro was explosive, I would say. So I'm aiming for the AM opening range high. Okay. And this is my final target, the 50% of the bullish fair value gap. And I believe it can go back for the high right here, but I don't want to be part of that. That's fine. Did you get that macro background? This is part of my OHL syndicator. Nice, right? Look at this fair value gap that showed up exactly where the first presentation is, right? Not bad. Okay, so now that 15 minutes has changed its own state of delivery. I like that a lot. So look, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll come back in a few seconds, right? Few minutes, and then we're gonna see if what happened here. Okay, I'm comfortable with the loss even if I took one off. Right, so be right back. All right, I'm back. How this thing going, right? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm gonna close everything right here because we did reach that level. I kind of like still see this right here. But also, like, there's a lot of sun outside. I would like to go outside and just give a fuck about the screen right now. But let's see if it can go in a few minutes. There's like 5 minutes left on. Yeah, okay. So you guys saw a pretty good example of how I use this thing, right? If I remove some of the trash right here, you can see. Let it just cook right here. You found out how to get the indicator. You have it now. Nice. Oh, let it go to the final TP actually. I'm gonna basically locked in everything below that 15. Yep. Is that the free indicator? It is, yeah. Not this one. This one is paid, right? That's one tool of my friend, but. Oh, not bad, right? Not bad at all. I did just post basically. If you were there right here in the live stream, right? I did post on Twitter basically this execution here. I said, look, done and explained live in my Discord public live stream to the tick later. That'd be nice if you guys can say that you were there, you know? That'd be nice. So I just try to make the Discord more active a little bit. Like, but buy this, basically close, and basically close right here. So that'd be nice if you can comment or say anything. It just luck. Yeah, that was potentially luck, yeah. I mean, look, I've been trading for like close in 10 years, guys, right? These type of thing like are not random, I promise you. If you ask the question in English, I'll respond, alright? How was your how do you take partial when I'm happy with the profit? No, but I just look for where the liquidity's been booked and I wanna book it, you know? I'm booking it. I'm booking it. I'm gonna close everything right here. I'll be done with it. You know, that's fine like that. That's it. All right, so look, I'm gonna delete everything. Okay, I'm gonna delete everything, like literally everything you can see on the chart. Okay, we remove everything. All right. So see, this is the indicator what it does. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. All right, last time. Bullish perfume. What the fuck? So look, what I did, okay, what I did is I buy everything from the midpoint of that opening range, okay? It's there. My stop was right here to the tick. It goes like few points, like I was like you guys see, right? I was so close from it. Took some partial right here. Took some partial on this AM opening range high, which is this reference point that we got right here on the left side. And I did close everything right here because I see a small distribution. I didn't want to be part of it. But my TP was basically this PM opening range low. Okay, that was the mitigation block below this. Okay, so that's just what it is. Okay. So the zero right here, everything below that is discount. Everything above zero is premium. So you work with that. Okay. And that's it. Okay. So look, I'm gonna show you on 15-second chart. Yeah. Look. Entry first, second entry, third entry, close one, close two, close three. Okay, not bad. For a total of like almost 75 points. Okay. It's not bad at all. So yeah, if you guys appreciate that, that be like this is 50% in between this AM and PM right here. That sounds very interesting again, right? Yeah, give anxiety because you don't. It's too quick, right? It's too quick. I can read it, but I have like 9 years of reading this thing, so like for me, it's not something new, right? I've been like seeing these things forever now, almost. Anyways, guys, that was fun, right? I'll be posting this one on YouTube the same way I've done yesterday. I'll be putting that in the announcement channel. So if you guys are happy about that, if you enjoy that, like that'd be nice. You can give a thumbs up on the YouTube thing. And then otherwise, I'll maybe do it again tomorrow. We'll see. That'd be fun. These PM sessions so far has been pretty fun and pretty interesting. Okay. Yeah, you got two stream today, Green Man. That's nice, right? Because I do stream in the academy, right? In the OHLC academy. Like this is my own academy where I'm teaching all these things in the very like in the very most detail, like specifically about OHLC, not really ICT stuff, but I'm trading ICT stuff 100%. So if you can claim the indicator at the access area right here, in this area, right, you click on that, you'll get there. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat room. That'd be nice if you guys do take any trade like that. Tag me on Twitter, just I'll repost that, all right? So you get like a little bit of love too. I'll just share that. I think it's pretty insane layout. Look, I have nothing plot on my chart. Look at how you can situate where price is, right? It's pretty wild. And look, that was the same thing when on ES right here. Ding! You see that? Really nice. It didn't touch the AM opening range high either. That's an SMT right here. All right. Have a good one, guys. Be safe. We'll catch you on tomorrow. How much study ICT? I mean, I got thousands and thousands of hours. Thousands. Close to, I don't know, 6 terabyte of notes and picture and screenshot and clips and everything. A lot of study, man. This is work. This is work though, right? Yeah, close to 5 years, I would say. Yeah, pretty much. All right, catch you guys tomorrow. See you next time. Bye bye. Have a good one. Cheers. Ciao, ciao. Peace.